Hiya, pals. Hi, pals, and welcome to the Disneyland Paris Show. Here's your hosts, Lucy, Chris, and Hugh. Gosh. And now, Disneyland Paris News.
The worst mistake in the...
Take two. Aye, aye, Captain.
Some strangers come to town. Howdy, partner.
It's party time. Back to you.
The worst mistake in company history. It's the worst mistake in this podcast
Nailed
history.
it. I feel that was quite a metaphorical gaffe right there. Some of you may already know what that mistake is if you've been followers of the show, but we will be reporting on it shortly. But hey, how the heck are you? How's your weekend been? I'm not going to lie, I've been a bit punchy this weekend. I've been a bit nippy. I've been feeling a bit salty.
Have you? Why?
Peopling, Chris. Do you know anything about that?
I know a lot about that because I've had a day of peopling as well.
Have you had peopling?
People in so much.
I will tell you that something that worked as a metaphor for my day, though, is because we'd had a bad weekend, I said, let's go out for dessert. You know, sometimes you just go out for dessert.
Yeah.
So we went to the local shopping
She called
centre.
it pudding.
Pudding.
Let's go out for pudding.
I know. I have to say that, but then it means different things if we've got American listeners. Pudding is basically dessert to Yorkshire folk. So let's go out for pudding. Went to the local shopping centre and got an ice cream sundae at a stand. Oh. And instead of putting chocolate sauce in the sundae glass, they put melted chocolate from the chocolate fondue thing.
Oh no.
Which means that as soon as cold ice cream hit it, it solidified in the glass. And then I had plain ice cream and inconveniently drizzled chocolate lumped at the bottom that I couldn't get to. And I feel that is a metaphor for my day because it's something I was really looking forward to. I knew how it should be done, and then an idiot messed it up. There you go.
Great. Well, I got abused at a football match, which was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it?
I don't really want to go into it,
No.
just in case anybody's watching who was involved in it. But,
Well,
yeah.
Tempers were running high. Do you know what I blame? I blame the wind.
Are we sounding all right, Hugh?
Sounding okay. Lucy's louder than us, I'll say that. Lucy's louder than us.
Lucy shouldn't be louder than us, but she's talking more than
Not
us.
like massively, but
No.
I'm making an effort just to speak up a little bit.
Right. Well, I've been trying to play with the sound a little bit to make sure that it all works as it should do. So hopefully we'll get there gradually over time and things will get better.
Yay!
I am learning as I go.
But I'm seeing lots of fun people in the chat. So should we see who they are?
Segway-tastic.
Segue.
Who are they?
Oh gosh, that was biting.
All aboard, please. Sorry if that was piercing. Well, today I'm going to start with who was third in the chat, and that was Elle, who said, tried to beat Joey, but nope, there she is. But the thing is, Dom was first in the chat today. Dom says, well, Dom just waves a green emoji. You know those weird emojis you get on YouTube? So, yeah, so congratulations, Dom. Never mind Joey, but Joey is here, and Joey says, hey, lovelies, so excited for the show. Instead of a question, I thought I would ask a would you rather. Would you rather have to dress up as a character every day or work in one of the DLP shops? I mean, that's easy to me.
I mean, we've just had a big word about peopling. So I think I'd want to be a character, but one on a float, so I was away from all the peopling.
Would I rather be what, sorry?
Dress up as a character or work in a shop.
Dress up as a character or work in a shop?
At Disney.
At Disney?
Yeah, not just like somewhere.
I mean, this is just hypothetical because you don't dress up as a character at Disney. The characters actually live there. But, if that was the thing, they did.
I mean, for me, my mic's just spinning. Hang on. For me, and I know it's not an option there, I'd probably like to be like a cast member on a ride. I think that would be quite fun. Like one of the exciting rides.
That wasn't an option.
You always have
an
to go
option.
the third way, don't you?
I'd like Tower of Terror would be quite fun. Or Phantom Manor would be amazing. I think being a cast member on Phantom Manor
He's
would
going
be
off
awesome.
book, Huey. Do we allow this?
He can do what he likes.
Fair
It's my life.
It is.
It's my life. I will do what I like.
Yeah. I would be a character. I'm not sure which one. Tigger. He's always
Tigger.
a fun one.
Yeah, the wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tiggers are wonderful things.
I think I'd be ER.
I just worked out what was wrong with my microphone. It was backwards. It's not backwards anymore.
That's why you were looking over at mine, because you thought, is
Is
Hughes
yours
backwards? But mine's
as well,
not backwards.
Hughes has some nice volume on it. When Hughes said he was quieter, it's because he wasn't talking.
All this talk about the blue light. Who else have we
Anyway,
got?
we've got John, who says, "Hi gang, thunder, lightning and power cuts down here in Devon in much need of some 37DS shenanigans."
Yeah.
We got some of those.
We're feeling you. We're feeling it. If we've anyone in Ireland, 100-mile-an-hour winds, we're feeling you. Scotland, flooded, we're feeling you. We love you all. We're there with you.
We love a shenanigan or two.
The worst we got was a broken bush, but my goodness, it was windy.
Well, that was last time it was windy, though. This time, no damage. I thought it was worse before Christmas, to be honest. Bonnie's here also. Say hello, Bonnie.
Hello.
And Ed is here. Hello, Ed.
Hi, Ed.
Now, how would you pronounce this? Therian?
Yeah.
Therian Girls XD. Hello from Kansas.
Yay!
Let's get Missouri
Hello,
on the list.
Kansas. No, what?
What?
Get Kansas on the list. Kansas City is in Missouri.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Kansas is Kansas,
Oh.
isn't it? Am I wrong?
Which one is it? J Scalesy, the scalesiest of the scales, says, "Evening all." And Pat is here. Hi from Edinburgh. My friend just got back from Edinburgh. They decided there's a storm hitting Scotland. Let's head right into the middle of it
Yeah.
for a holiday.
It's like that film Twister.
How you
isn't it?
doing, Pat? How you doing?
Storm Chasers.
Jen is here. Hi, Disney pals. Only 49 days to DLP.
That's exciting.
Joey is loving the summer vibes from my shirt. This is one of the rare instances of my parents buying me a shirt for Christmas and me actually wearing it. I will wear this open, I think. It's got one of those collars that just like sits completely flat, as you often get on a Hawaiian shirt. So I will wear this open when it comes to it. It's very lank, it's very kitsch, and it's just a big Hawaiian sunset scene.
I'm
It's
really
not a pattern, it's a scene.
I'm really conscious that you guys always dress in like interesting clothes, and I'm wearing black today. I could have my dog sat on my lap and nobody would know. She's not, but I could.
If it was good
Penny
enough
is like
as
a black void of a dog.
If
That's
he was-
all you see.
I've been told something really interesting about Penny today. Because she's a cockapoo, apparently poodles have a like a fur fading gene, and black poodles quite often it can have an effect that they turn grey or silvery.
oh,
So
nice.
she might completely change colour on me yet. And then you'd be able to see her, so that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if it was good enough for Johnny Cash, I'm sure it's good enough for Christopher Fletcher.
Cool Pasty is in the chat, and as is Lisa and Julia and Hannah, and Julia says, "Has anyone transferred between DLP hotels during their trip? If so, does the hotel move your bags for you?"
No, we haven't, but yes, they do.
That's what I was going to say. We haven't. We planned to when in the COVID year, and it was all planned to happen and everything, and we knew that they would move the bags for us, but then
Yeah.
we moved the holiday instead.
This is a go on.
They have a, I'm trying to think I want to say baggage office. I'm sure that's not what it's called. But I know we've been to the one in Sequoia, and we've been to the one in not David Crockett, Cheyenne. And it's kind of out the back by the car park, but they've got this baggage office there that just deals with all that. We've left stuff there before. They've take stuff to the train station, all that jazz.
Very carefully chuck them onto the back of a bus.
Yeah.
And rag them across to the next hotel and chuck them into the bagging area there. It's really good.
This was a bit of a shame because I think I finally cracked how to pronounce Aoife, but Elle says, "Lauren and Aoife here, Hugh. You ask every time, it's pronounced Aoife," and I thought, oh, it's my chance to prove that I know it. But then it actually says afterwards how to pronounce it,
Wow.
or I could be lying.
That's what happens.
So Lauren says, See, sometimes I say L, but I do know it's Lauren because I've got a good memory.
Yeah, I wondered what you were doing last week when you said...
When I said Lauren.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just remember L for Lauren, so that's how I remember it.
Oh, there you go.
We are on our countdown now. It's 24 sleeks to go. I think
the sleekest of sleeps.
I think that's sleeps. But I like sleeks. Every day we sing in the style of Kermit/Bob Cratchit. After all, there's only X more sleeks till Christmas. Andrew is here. 43 days to go. There's a few people overlapping. Maybe.
Yeah, there is. You should have a meet-up.
Yeah, and that's everyone, I think.
Ooh.
In the chat today.
We got an email as well I wanted to read out because it's not a trip report.
Yay!
This is from Tanya Stelling, she who made many of the patches for the thing last year. Hey guys, she says, I hope you're doing well. I unfortunately wasn't able to see the last 2 shows live, but only a bit later in the week. Hope to join again tomorrow. I wonder if she's here. I wonder if you're here. I just watched a video from the Main Street News on an Armchair Imagineering project for DLP that I thought might interest you. He's planning DLP 2040 with what Disney could do with the parks in a way that makes sense, and I just love his ideas.
I love stuff like this.
So far, he presented his plans for the main park and the studios. Future video on the village, hotels and third gate are planned. Everything he talks about is in his imagination, so it's not real, not going to happen.
Yeah.
I hope someone at DLP management watches his videos as a source of inspiration. Then she's given us the links to 3 of the videos, 2 on the main park and 1 on studios. I thought of you guys while watching, so I thought I'd share. Have a great weekend and hope to see you tomorrow night. Now, the reason I'm talking about this now is because I think that we should be taking this into our EMT show maybe next week and going through some of it and talking about it ourselves because I find it really interesting.
I love stuff like that. Do you know who's good for stuff like that? DSNY Newscast. What's his name? Anyway, there's a YouTube channel.
I know his name.
DSNY Newscast, and he does news, but he doesn't like do kind of up to date. Jack from DSNY Newscast. He doesn't do up to date. They've released a new snack kind of news. He kind of does bigger news, and he's very good at knowing when, drainage plans have been released for things. And then he says what he would do, what he thinks the company will probably do, what that'll probably do to like the baseline. And it's so nerdy. But the amount of times I've thought, God, they should get him on staff. Do you know what I mean? They really should. If they're listening to this, he knows it all. But
Well, so these, and I started watching the first one today, and the first part of it was talking about things that they could do to improve Space Mountain, and but he goes into proper detail about that. So he started off talking about Discoveryland and things could happen there, and then he's going to talk about other parts of the park as well. And it's some of it's expansion, some of it's new things, some of it's taking things out or replacing it with something else. And it's all just ideas and thoughts. But I think it'd be a really good thing for us to watch. They're about 20 minutes long each one. We could watch the first one, have a bit of a chat about it, and I think it could be quite interesting because I love people's ideas on things like this. And we've had conversations about things like this in the past as well, but it's not been grounded on anything. So it's quite nice to take someone else's content and then have a conversation around that fuels our ideas as well, I think.
Absolutely. And we can tell him, we're going to discuss you on our show this week, so they get full credit. And hopefully you'll then go watch his videos as well. It's
the Main Street News is what it's called, and I'll post the links onto the Facebook page.
Do you know what I get nerdy about, just going on a different thing, right? Fluid dynamics as relates to guest flow, but it's also, they use it in supermarkets, because they know how people move around certain objects, and it's such a silly thing, but when you look at certain areas of the park and bottlenecks and the way that queues filter in and all that, it's so interesting, and if people can model it, it's a fascinating subject.
I saw an interesting simulation where a crowd moving through a doorway would sort of bunch up. But if they put a bollard just in front of that doorway, which sounds counterintuitive, it actually split the crowd up in a way that it flowed more freely through this gap. Interesting stuff. I just want to issue a correction because Elle points out, and we should have maybe picked up on this, that what she meant to say was, after all, there's only X more sleeps till Disney.
That makes more sense.
Yes.
That's what they sing. Day.
Oh.
I posted it on the Facebook group already. See how quick that was?
Wow.
It's done. It's there. There are links. If you want to, leave us now. Go watch those and
Don't leave us. Don't
It's
leave
a
us.
small
Don't
world
leave
after
me.
all. Right, should we talk about some news, or are you
Let's
thirsty?
do it. One news.
One
Then we
news.
can earn our drink.
Bong.
Okay, I just took my glasses off. This is such typical Lucy behaviour. There we go. Now I can finally read what's going on. Right, it's party time. That means that there's going to be another annual pass exclusive party in the Disneyland Park.
Ooh.
I tell you what, they're keeping their promise with this, aren't they? You know, when they released the new annual passes and they took all the benefits away and then went, don't worry, we're going to have some exclusive parties. And we were all like, yeah. They're coming thick and fast, aren't they?
It feels a bit more exclusive to me. I don't know about you. I think, excuse me, I know it's more expensive. I know it's focused more on people who are probably local to the parks than it is on people who are further away. Mm-hmm. But it feels like it feels a bit more exclusive in what they're doing now because these things are happening regularly. It's not once or twice a year. It's like every 2 or 3 months, isn't it?
Exactly. And there's always another one kind of on the horizon for people to talk about, share on social media. So once again, I eat my hat, eat my words, because I doubted Disney, and Disney usually know what they're doing. And so this has transpired in a good way. Let me tell you about the latest one. It's on March the 21st. Unfortunately, tickets went on sale on January the 21st, so I'm sorry if you've missed that. Although I hadn't seen anywhere that sold out. So if you want one, you might still be able to go. This one is called, hang on, I screenshotted it. It's called Disney's Sound of Magic Night.
The hills are alive with the sound of magic night.
That ties into the new summer season that we're going to have, doesn't it? That's all about Disney music. So they've got 4 shows, exclusive shows, a musical opening on Central Plaza, Disney Hits on the Street, on Main Street, Disney Jukebox in Discoveryland, and Jungle Book Jive in Frontierland.
Is this a taste of what's to come? Or is it properly exclusive, as in you'll see it now and it won't be there again?
That's a really good question.
I mean, obviously, Jungle Book Jive means it's things that have been done before, doesn't it? Because that's been about before, hasn't it?
It has.
Or am I just thinking of the song? Because I'm sure there's a song.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's also Frontierland Theatre. Sorry, I just read Frontierland. So that's going to be a big thing. If it's in Frontierland Theatre. And that's got a massive capacity. We
haven't been in there for ages.
No, because it's got the Lion King thing on, which we've seen.
Rhythms of the Pride's Lands.
Yeah. And you're not a big fan of the Lion King, are you?
I'm not particularly, no, but like I always say, I've seen every version of that story multiple times, and I don't need to see another version of the Lion King. I haven't watched the live action one because I'm done with it. I've seen about 6 variations on it, including 3, I've seen the musical, then there's a smaller musical, then there's an even smaller musical.
And then there was, at one point, there was a parade as well that was very heavily into sort of Le Bohème music and all that kind of thing. Yeah. I don't know then, Chris, is the answer. If it's in the Frontierland Theatre, so it's a stage show, I think that might be different. Because didn't it used to be like a mini parade that kind of stopped on Central Plaza?
But either way, is it if it's in that theatre, surely it's hanging around.
Yeah, well, I don't know. If they just clear the stage and then they've practiced a thing, I don't know. We don't know. We'll let you know. When we know, you'll know. There's a DJ party in Central Plaza. Can I say something? I'm not a fan of these. You know, when there's it doesn't feel Disney to me. They had a bit of a one going on in the middle of Hollywood Studios last time we were there for reasons I can't remember. Phineas and Ferb were dancing. That was quite fun.
Yeah, that was good. I got a good selfie with Phineas.
But
what if it was Max DJing?
Max from...
Max Goof. That might heighten it. But I don't like being able to hear that kind of like drone from a distance, and it takes up a lot of space, and I don't know. It doesn't feel Disney to me, doesn't a DJ party. Some of you may love it. Each to their own. Live musicians and characters.
Woohoo! We love a live musician and character.
So that's that. So if you are an annual pass holder, well, gels, get yourself on this party and report back as always.
Sounds good.
Drink.
Hey, ole! It's showtime! Halt! together.
In your tiki 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 cup, in your tiki 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 cup. Well, you made yourself a beverage, now drink it up from your tiki 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 cup.
We're having pineapple and orange cordial, Chris.
It's very nice, but it's very sweet.
Is it? I thought that was weak as all something.
And I'm having cherries and berries cordial. Joy.
What are you having there, Bonnie? A smoothie.
Pina colada.
We call it fruity milkshake in this house.
Yeah, it was.
Fruity milkshake.
That's how we marketed it to little Bonnie, because a smoothie. She was like, "What's that?" then?"
Yeah, do you want a fruit
fruity
smoothie? A fruit smoothie? Ooh no. Ooh, what's that? Ooh no. Oh, it's like a fruity milkshake. Oh yeah, give us that.
Lasagna was pasta pie.
Yeah.
Pasta pie.
Pasta pie.
She's giggling.
When the moon hits your eye. like a
Howdy,
big pasta
partner.
pie.
Right.
Something to do with Frontierland.
No.
Woody.
Woody.
No.
Oh.
It's just
Is it a partner
it's another
sponsorship?
Yeah.
Oh, Dairy.
It's another corporate partner. This
Is it Tide? Tide washing powder.
No, it's Michelin tires.
Oh man.
No, it's not. I'm joking.
Oh
Okay.
It's a Michelin man walking down
Yeah.
Main Street.
do you know what? That'd be fun.
Okay. It's Visa. Visa.
Oh,
So
yeah.
if you have a Visa card,
Yes.
you're in for some
Fun.
Is
benefits.
this like what they used to do with MasterCard?
I think so, yeah. I need to check if it's certain like Visa Premier because my random debit card is a Visa card, but I
Revolut's
don't think that.
Visa, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it'll be Visa credit cards or I think it'll be Visa Premium. We will check. But you now get perks. So you get priority access to the last 3 shows of the day of Stitch.
Cool.
I think we can read into that which are the quietest 3 shows of Stitch. Priority access to Mickey and the Magician when it reopens in April. And then Visa Premier Platinum. Oh, it's there. That's where I got that from. Visa Premier Platinum, Gold, and Infinite card holders also get access to the shopping service with no minimum spend. Okay. So this is usually a minimum spend of €50, and you can have your merchandise delivered directly to your hotel as long as you've bought it by 2:30 and you've spent at least €50. So what this gets you is you don't have to spend €50. Technically, I believe that means that you could buy a pen for €5 and have it shipped to your hotel.
Chris is
Don't
pulling
do
a
that.
face.
Do it. Do that.
Chris is pulling a face.
No, but I'm just thinking about this and thinking, don't most people have a Visa card? Like, they're not hard to come
so
by.
that's
No.
why they're probably.
But that one did stipulate Visa Premier, Platinum, Gold, and Infinite car holders.
So if I've got a platinum credit card, basically, I can do it. Okay.
But the other 2 things,
It says card holder, though. It doesn't mean you have to pay for your stuff with it. It just means you have to flash that card.
yeah, I think so. Yeah, literally. The other 2 things, priority access to Mickey and the Magician and the last 3 shows of Stitch, didn't stipulate what kind of a card you have, which I find odd. Because I think everybody has got a debit card that is a Visa. So it's a funny one. It's a funny one.
Bizarre.
But if either of those are
Bizarre.
perks you would like to use, maybe do a bit of digging, bit of research. You'll say, but Lucy, you have a weekly podcast. Why aren't you doing that research for us? Well, guys, I'm lazy. Do it yourself.
Do you know what, though? Do you remember a couple of years ago, Amazon said, we're not going to have Visa anymore. We're just going to stop using Visa. That's it. It's done. And they were going to cancel them altogether. And banks were starting to get rid of Visa and start using MasterCard instead. And they've turned a corner, haven't they, bless them? They've turned a corner, and now look at them. They're going strong.
Partnering with Disneyland Paris.
Disneyland Paris.
Getting
They're doing
people
well.
into Stitch.
It's good. I'm glad.
Yeah. Wow.
They need to bring back Switch now, don't they?
Oh, that was my first card. I felt so grown up. Do you remember having a Switch card? Nowhere accepted it. Right, some strangers have come into town. So this one is to do with Frontierland. You know last week that I told you that we now had citizens of Main Street?
Oh, aye.
Well, hold on to your hats, because we've now got citizens of Frontierland.
Oh, my word.
Citizens of Thunder Mesa.
Do you not just want one of them to be someone who just drags himself along the floor all day?
Yeah.
I did see a
And
video.
the guy riding a horse who's like pulling someone tied to it by a lasso.
I want them to have actual pistols at dawn. See how that goes. I did see somebody with a French accent in a cowboy outfit singing Cotton Eye Joe for a crowd.
Oh, that's what you were listening to.
It was.
Oh my word.
And so it's quite a thing. But as I've said before,
I don't hear Cotton Eye Joe in Frontierland. Do you?
It's like being at the frontier in Batley, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, that's awful. Tacky.
but I like
Forgot my Joe, I've been married a long time ago.
that they're what's the word? They're adding character and kineticism and humanity to the lands. And in a time when Disney are doing some really nickel and diming kind of cuts all over the place, for them to be adding this kind of entertainment, I'm there for it. They might have to perfect the acts itself.
What does Jeffrey think about it?
Oh, Jeffrey.
What about Cotton Eye Joe?
About the whole situation?
It ain't right. Not today. Not tonight. He started rhyming as Jeffrey. I don't know if you noticed last week. John says Diamond Lil, is that? I can't see it.
Yeah.
Diamond Lil was spotted in Lucky Nugget.
Ooh.
I remember her from your Phantom Manor deep dive episode. Oh, that's right, yeah. Andrew says, ooh, I want to see the citizens of Thunder Mesa. Voiceover guy is not having a good time. Says, evening, ever had flight times changed 3 times and plane changed? So, not sat together all the way to LAX. Virgin really messing us around, battling with customer service who have been outrageously bad.
That's really bad. Not being sat together. I presume it's with your daughter all the way to. It's like an 11-hour flight, isn't it, or more to get to LAX?
Bit of peace and quiet, though, eh?
Oh, that's so bad, though. They shouldn't do that with minors.
Yeah.
They shouldn't do that with minors. That's bad.
Dad, stop with your voices.
In terms with the flight times changing, we have had that. We even had a change of airport when we were booked in Gatwick, and then we got it changed to Heathrow, and then a couple of weeks later it magically changed back to Gatwick. We booked on the 7 p.m. flight back so we could have pretty much a full day at Disney World. It got moved to the 4:30 flight back, which means you have to leave the hotel at midday basically. So we've had those kind of things, yeah, and I always kind of shrug it and go, it's annoying, but it's something to do with some interior bureaucracy I don't know about. But not sitting together from the UK to California is disgusting.
Yep. Agreed.
Yep. Hey, we've got photographs to get onto today, don't forget, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we have that whole competition thing.
Teasing that.
Should we break and talk about that now?
I
Because
think maybe we should, because we need to do a poll, don't we?
you do need to do a poll in the chat.
Can we do a poll in the chat?
Yeah, you should be able to do it from your phone, aren't you?
Yeah.
So-
Okay. Well, so we need to say what we're doing then, don't we? What are we doing, Lucy?
Well, do we have the photos to put on screen?
They should still be there in the photos bit, so I think so, yes. Let's have a look,
Fabulous.
shall we? Hang on. Yes, they're all still there. That's
So
good.
let's say voting
fortuitous.
for this on the Facebook group is closed for now, has it?
Yes.
Well, it'll have to.
Yes.
So we're going to choose the
the
top 5, and then in this chat we're going to do a poll to whittle that down even further to the top 3.
Yeah.
And then there'll be 3 sets of prizes. The winner getting the best ones, we think, right?
Yeah.
Sounds like a plan to me.
So, now that we know we're going to do that, I'm going to carry on with another bit of news so that Hugh can get his paperwork in order. Then we'll have a look at the photos and the poll will go in the chat, and then let the fight commence. Right.
Hopefully you can put 10 things into the poll.
Aye, Captain. So, to celebrate the release of Captain America Brave New World on the 12th of February this year, there is a free Captain America exhibition in Hotel New York, the Art of Marvel.
Free Captain America.
If you are not staying in the Art of Marvel Hotel, I highly recommend you put aside an hour to go in and have a mooch. In fact, not even an hour, I'd say 20 minutes. If you're staying at another hotel and you're walking past it, which you will be, go in and have a mooch around the lobby because it's really good. They've got some amazing, lovely artwork there. And now it would seem they also have a Captain America exhibition.
It's a one-off that as well, isn't it? It's not going to be there forever, so make the most of it and go and have a check, go and have a look, I would say. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Now, Jen has just suggested she wonders if they're redeployed cast members from Big Thunder Mountain to become citizens of Main Street, Frontierland, etc. That's very interesting because it's a major attraction that had a lot of staff and it's shut for a long time, isn't it?
Yeah, for the foreseeable future.
For the foreseeable.
Early summer was
however, the performers' contracts are very different to functional cast member contracts, and I believe they also have to be like equity members, and it's a different union. So I'm not convinced they could jump over that quickly. I think maybe they could choose to, but it wouldn't be a simple, let's take them from there and put it there. I'm not saying no, I'm just saying I wouldn't suspect it's as simple as that, and that's what's happened.
Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah.
But maybe.
Somebody might have wanted to do that.
If they've got that many cast members knocking around though, then they could probably open up some of the restaurants and stuff a bit earlier than they are doing, couldn't they? Or keep them open a little bit later.
I can't see how to put a poll in here.
Oh, there should be a way to do it. I'm sure there is. Right, I'm going to have a look on the computer screen then.
Guy has just going back onto his airplane saga, spent ages booking seats next to each other and now sat behind each other. She's 8.5 years old. Disgusting. No way. And it's in their policy. You see, the other thing is she'll have to sit next to a stranger. And I know Bonnie would hate that. It's not even that we'd be a long way away. I understand, being behind each other is not far. But she'd be sat next to a stranger for 11 hours. That's not okay. That's not all right, Virgin. Do you want us all to spam them on... I mean, we used to do Twitter, but is it now Threads? And tell them off. Right, so boys have just gone like this pincer movement over me to get to the computer screen and start a poll.
I can only see 4 options
available. Typical. So. We might just have to do...
The top 4.
We might just have to say... Just put your votes in the chat and we can just count them up as they come in. Yeah, let's just
do that.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Okay. Right, so the finalists are...
So, yeah.
Oh, shall I go to the pictures again? Hang on.
On Facebook. Should we say what order they came in? The top ones? Does it matter?
Make an executive decision.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to do them in the order that they appear on screen. So,
nice.
This is one of the top 5, which is Goofy Hug.
Goofy Hug?
If you want to vote for Goofy Hug, put that. Don't vote just yet until you've seen them all. Goofy Hug is the first option. The second option is Adventureland.
No, it was Skull Rock because we had another one of Adventureland.
Okay, Skull Rock.
Skull of
But
Rock.
I mean, that other one's not in the running, is it? So
not for the top 5, but people might have seen it on the Facebook group.
Okay. So that was Skull Rock. That wasn't one of the top 5 of this one here.
You tell me, I don't know. I've got all of them here.
Yeah.
But we'll at least get to see all
That
the
one wasn't.
entries. Teacups was in the
T for 3, that was originally called.
T for 3, so we'll call that T for 3. T for 3.
Mm-hmm.
What else do we have in the top 10? That was one of my favourites, but didn't make the top 5, sadly. And neither did that one.
Toilets!
One that Chris liked, the toilets. This one, I've called this Castle View.
It was Peking Castle on the original thing.
I wish I knew this.
Sorry.
Peking Castle.
Peking Castle.
And the final one, Peter Pan. Does this have a...
It was called You Can Fly, but just call it Peter Pan, it's fine.
Peter Pan.
Yeah.
And then that was the last entry there.
And that one wasn't one of the top 5. So,
okay.
Are we keeping the name Goofy Hug?
Yes.
So,
So,
your options were Castle View, Peter Pan, Goofy Hug, T for 3, or Skull Rock.
So just put what you want to vote for in the chat and that'll be the winners. John, you can vote for yourself. Please just vote once, everybody. We did agree that we could vote on this round, didn't we?
Oh, did we?
Yeah, because we didn't vote on the Facebook round and we said I think it's fair that we do get a vote because we didn't vote to narrow them down.
Uh-huh.
We voted for the top 10 but not to narrow them down.
Also, we argued we can do what we want.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, we did. You're right.
So I'm voting for T for 3.
I'd like to vote for 3 cups as well, please.
And do you know what?
3 cups.
That's a good one.
I know. I thought it was good. Yeah, 3 cups.
I also wanted that one. But there's a lot of tea for 3 coming in here. Voiceover guy wants to vote for Peking Castle. Great pick, like a postcard. Hannah likes tea for 3, as does Jan. Pat says, can I vote here on the chat even if I've already voted on Facebook?
Yes.
Yes.
This is the second round
This
of
is round 2,
voting.
round 3, really, because round
Yeah.
1 was to narrow to 10. Round 2's got us down to 5, and this is it.
Right, there's going to be a bit of silence here.
I was just counting there.
Are we going to just keep it, keep chatting because this has gone a while? We'll mention
Can
it again
I
a
change
bit.
mine? I'd like to vote for Goofy Hug, actually. Sorry.
Yeah, you can, yeah.
I forgot about it.
Okay.
I had a very nice conversation with my wife about that picture earlier in the week.
And let's see Peter Pan there and Castle View. This is fun.
Yeah.
But also
Fun.
terrifying because I'm worried I'm going to miss one.
Do you know what's not fun?
Yeah, I do.
And is going to reflect the rest of my week and
Yeah.
yours, Chris.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
And that is the worst mistake in company history.
Yeah.
This makes me sick.
Yep.
Next, my blood
Although we
boil.
don't know why. But what is it?
The Zoetrope
No.
has been moved out of the Art of Animation building. Now, hang on.
Oh.
There's been no announcements about this. We don't know where it's moved to. We
Bin.
don't know
They
what's
put it in the bin.
replacing it.
They shredded it.
And Adventure World, Disney World of Adventure is currently in construction anyway. So we are hoping they are going to move it to a new home. We're hoping. It also says it's making way for a new installation, and there was talk of having a model of the new World of Adventure concept art. I would be happy to look at said model. I would rather look at the Zoetrope.
Is that then like a model, like a miniature village?
A little maquette, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'd rather look at the Zoetrope.
So, it like when I was already, like I said, I was already feeling a bit salty this morning. And when I first was writing the news today, I got in such a mood about this, like kicking furniture mood. Because we love that Zoetrope. It's one of our biggest tips for Disneyland Paris. You've got to visit it. People don't know it's there. It's amazing.
It wouldn't surprise me if it got removed permanently because, as I often say, if I like something, me personally, it goes. I'm like the canary in the coal mine. If I like it, then you can forget it. It's off. If it's food, if it's a song, if it's a ride. The universe hates me.
The one saving grace I would say is that as an installation, it should be fairly easy to pick up and lift and put somewhere else. So hopefully they'll do that. What they ought to be doing right now, right this very second, is taking it to Val d'Europe and doing one of their things that they do every now and again down there and have it there as a display to promote Disneyland Paris.
Oh, yes.
And then bringing it back and putting it at the woody side entrance of Toy Story Land somewhere in a marquee. I don't really care.
Listen to the man.
Put it somewhere.
Listen to the man. This is what needs to happen. I would be okay with that, and it would be an amazing advert for Disneyland Paris. Do you know what worries me? And it worries me with a lot of my favourite attractions, is it doesn't appear on a spreadsheet anywhere. They're not tracking attendance. Anything that's got a queue, they can track attendance on. Even something like Alice's Curious Labyrinth, they'll count you going in and out of the entrance. There's nothing tracking attendance on that. It doesn't appear as value added. It's a big amount of space.
I also think there'd be room for them to build some kind of thing, fairly easy build some kind of awning type thing down towards the Cars Route 66 and put it somewhere down there as well, because it's a big vast open space of nothingness around there anyway. So there's plenty of opportunities for it. Hopefully it's just been moved to make sure it doesn't get damaged during all the work.
I wish there was like one in each land.
Yeah.
It just fits there, doesn't it? Where it is now, it just fits.
And thing is, we go in there every time if we can, and yeah, there's only like 5 or 6 people in there with us gawping, but I have never been in there without somebody going, wow! You know what I mean? The reaction of everybody who goes in there. I think the big problem is not enough people know it's there, which is why we tell you guys. It's our hidden secret. No, we can't tell you anymore.
It's like actual magic.
Yeah, because you used to, when it was the whatever the show was with Mushu and stuff in there years ago, you used to go through that bit from memory, didn't you? You definitely went into the bit with all the different animation stuff going on and all the different crafts. I know that wasn't there.
Oh yeah.
But it very much it fits with what that building was. I don't necessarily think it fits with what it is now, and that's part of the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's not in the Toy Story bit. But then, do you know what else is not in the Toy Story bit?
What's that?
Buzz Lightyear is not in the Toy Story bit.
No, true.
That's a big issue as far as I'm concerned. It should be there.
I think I'm going to, whilst I'm spamming Virgin Atlantic on behalf of Guy, I think I'm also going to spam Disney and say hashtag save the Zoetrope. Yeah.
How can we build up our credibility to a point that they listen to us?
Money.
Yeah.
We need money. We need money and influence.
We can't do it through clickbait.
Alas, not.
You won't believe what DLP are getting rid of.
Yeah. Number 1.
Unacceptable.
Shocked us. And there is only one.
And 99% of people are going, what's a zoetrope?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what I loved, right? Is because people would say, we're going to Disneyland Paris, any tips? And I'd say, yeah, go see the Zoetrope. And they'd say, what is it? And I'm like, I'm not going to tell you. Just go see the Zoetrope. Best bit. Yeah. Right.
Do you know, I think voting's ended. We haven't had any additional votes.
What time are we on?
Do you not want me to just repeat the...
I could do a trip report if you want.
Yeah.
Just to give a bit of time.
Before we do, let's repeat the photos just to remind everyone. And some people come in and out of the chat, don't they? They go make a cup of tea, so they might have missed it. So let's do that, and then a trip report, and then announce the winners.
In fact, better than a trip report at this moment in time. No offense to those of you who sent trip reports in. I have an update from Gina.
Oh, is this about the
California?
Oh, but there was something we had yesterday. We were chatting about the Premier Pass.
The Premier
Remember?
Pass? No, I don't remember.
The little hack.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Right, I saw you two chatting about this, and I was working, so you're gonna have to explain it. Can we run down the photos first, and you can explain that?
Do I need to show the picture? You're just gonna talk them through.
Quickly show the pictures as we go.
Okay, don't forget that it will be all the pictures.
Yeah. So this is all 10, but we'll point out which were the top 5.
So runner-up, Frontierland. Well done. Sorry, Fantasyland.
Oh, sorry, I'm going back to the start.
Okay.
Tap, tap, tap.
Okay.
Do you know what? It's circular, so I could have just pressed forward.
Okay, so we started with Goofy Hug, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
Goofy Hug, that's in the top 5. And then Skull Rock.
That was a runner-up. That was a runner-up.
T for 3. Peking Castle. Peter Pan.
That's it.
And that's it. So one of those 5 in the chat, if you would. Sorry, I'm just reading what voiceover guys. Yeah, I'll read it out loud, and then I won't have to be silent. Voiceover guy saying, "Thanks, team. So upset about this flight change. Is not looking forward to it as much now. Oh, that's so sad. It's a flight both ways. We booked a late flight to get the seats we wanted. Daughter now anxious about it. I'm not surprised. Not surprised. That's very sad.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
I hope she's fine.
I do. I just can't believe they do that. And do you know what? If I was an adult on that flight, I'd say, here, have my seat.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just, that's not okay.
The only thing I can say is, and it just is absolutely no way makes up for any of it, is flying on your own isn't as bad as you think it'll be. It's not that bad at all being on a plane sat on your own with other people around. It's only like being on a bus. Obviously at that age, it's not great. It's really not great. I'm merry to be on my own on a plane, if I'm honest. But I know Bonnie wouldn't be, and I wouldn't ever want her to be anxious in that way. As soon as that seatbelt light goes off, just get them to come and sit on your knee.
Jeffrey Langdon says, going to London and DLP for 10 days. Booked Disneyland Hotel. Ooh. From May the 4th to the 7th. Our first trip across the pond. Ooh. I'm thinking of buying DLP Premier Access for 2 of those days. Any recommendations?
Well, it's interesting you should say
that. See the Zoetrope.
Yeah, see the Zoetrope. Premier Access, the full-on Premier Access, or just the odd thing.
If he's buying it for days, I think that it will be like the full day version. I'm just gonna say, sorry, I'll say mine and then you say yours. I think it might be worth on your first day just buying it for the rides you want and see how you go, because when 4th to the 7th of May is not going to be anybody's half term or bank holidays.
Full day.
No, I mean, don't buy it for
Jeffrey
full day.
says full day.
Oh, yeah. But I would say the first day, don't buy it for full day. See how you manage and then make a decision on the second and third. I'm not saying don't, because I know what it's like when you come from such a long way away and it's different for us who visit regular. I just think you might be surprised. The queues in Paris are not what the queues are like in either of the American parks.
Yeah, the great thing about Premier Access is you can get on everything, and you don't. I mean, you still have to queue in the single rider queues or whatever to be able to get through. So you will still potentially, for something like Crusher's Coaster, have to wait for a little while, but you're going to get pretty much straight onto those rides, and there's an absolute benefit to that. But if you're there for several days, go and try and do the things that you want to do first before you jump in and do Premier Access. If it's cheaper for you to buy it in advance, then yeah, maybe pick a day and do it. That makes absolute sense. I don't know if it is or not, to be honest. I'm not sure.
I just don't want anybody to be in a position where you pay a lot of money for Premier Access, and then when you get to whatever Buzz Lightyear, you end
It's
up...
a walk-on.
It's a walk-on. You've only saved 5 minutes maximum.
Yeah,
you know.
there is that. But then at the same time, I guess if you're paying for a holiday and you've paid for your holiday in advance, and part of paying for that holiday was paying for Premier Access, then it don't... You know, you've done it, so you don't necessarily think about it. It's like paying for your food in advance as well. It's one of the reasons we've always done that, is because we've gone, right, we've paid for it, it's already done, so I don't have to worry about it when I'm there. So the fact that I've paid a bit more than maybe I would have done if I just turned up, maybe feels like it's worth it.
100%, and it's peace of mind as well.
It's personal preference, though, in general. But I would say if you're going to do that, your Premier Access is for one day only. You know, it doesn't really make a difference which day you do it on. But if you go and do a load of rides on the first day and you get on everything that you want to get on, then you might regret having paid for it.
Or even just book it for your last day. So if you're going there for 3 days, spend 2 days kind of meandering around and doing the things, and then on the last day you can like mop everything up.
Yeah,
you can do everything again then. I don't know.
John's just saying that Big Thunder Mountain will still be closed at that point in time, so that's one ride that you won't be able to do that's on the Premier Access. I don't know because they do fluctuate the price of the Premier Access as well, so it's possible that it'll be slightly less because of that at the time of year. So
it could be
this isn't the Jeffrey I was doing a voice of earlier, by the way.
It could be that you just pay for it per ride. Like I'm thinking something like Space Mountain, Hyperspace Mountain, might be worth paying for, and do it a Crusher's Coaster, a ride at a time, and you'd save money.
Yeah, but
these are thoughts.
Right, we've suddenly got quite a lot to get through,
Okay.
But it's interesting talking about Premier Access.
Yes,
so
it is.
Hugh and I were having a bit of a chat on our messenger group the other day, but basically someone in one of the groups on Facebook posted saying, I want to share this tip in case people don't know. Over our 4-day stay, my husband paid for Premier Access on 3 rides whilst I waited with our little ones. After each ride, he collected a parent swap, which he gave to me, which meant I could go straight up to the front whilst he waited with the children. We thought this was fantastic. So basically what they've done there,
a little hack,
is paid for a Premier Access, gone on the ride, and then got a parent pass. Mm-hmm. So they haven't had to pay for a second Premier Access for the other person to go on.
So there's nothing wrong here. It's not like a cheat exactly. It's just it's like it's more like a hack. But I was saying, is it morally right? And you're like, well, yeah, I think it is.
And I said it's a bit like
poor billionaire like entertainment.
Taking €8
giant
out of Disney Corporation's pocket. I'm fine. I give you permission to do this one.
so the child swap parent pass thing is like trumping everything there. So you could just buy one.
It's kind of
one Premier Pass.
It's kind of a brilliant idea, isn't it? I think if everyone suddenly started doing it, then that loophole would quite quickly close up. But then, would it? Because if you ask for your parent swap when you get off the ride, they're not going to know whether you've got Premier Access or not, are they?
Also, it only really works for people with small kids. Having said that, they've never asked to see my small child when we used it.
Yeah, like what's the cut-off age for that?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, can you go on with your 21-year-old child? You know, as he stomps behind you in a surly mood.
I'm a little worried about Jeffrey because he's just said no Thunder Mountain in May. That's my daughter's favourite ride. We've been told the DLP version is the best. Well,
It is.
The DLP version is the best. I will say that. The thing is, it was a bit of a surprise to us that it shut, and it's been shut with no reopening date. However, it's currently January, so that's not saying it won't be open in May, is it?
Well, I don't know. And when they were talking about it back in December or whenever it was, all the rumours were saying it was going to be early summer when it opens again. But I think May might be a bit too early.
It's not a guarantee. Keep your eye on the sky. I'm sorry, but it's unusual for them to close things without saying a 6 months renovation. It's just shut, and they've not really committed to an opening day, except for these kind of rumours and ifs and buts. Yeah. So I wouldn't count it out. On
the plus side, though, you will be able to see lots of cast members mooching around Frontierland.
Yeah, singing Cotton Eye Joe in French accents.
Cotton Eye Joe. If that isn't going to make up for it, I don't know what will. Tell me, Hugh.
Yeah?
What's next?
Well, you mentioned something. We had... Did you have an email or something?
I did, yeah. So do you remember Gina? So Gina got in touch with us a couple of weeks ago to say if we're ever going to California, then we're welcome to go and stay with her.
Yeah.
She's also then replied after having listened to last week's show and said, "Hi Chris, Lucy and Hugh. I just watched your most recent vlog. One of your viewers asked about discount tickets for Disneyland. I go to mousesavers.com to find out about discounts and refer friends to undercovertourist.com. They consistently offer tickets that are slightly less than the price offered directly from Disney. I'm not sure if these discounts apply to UK citizens. For that, maybe check out the vlogs of Adam Hatton. He's a YouTuber that has travelled to there you go. He's travelled to Disneyland in California, and I believe there is a UK travel agent that he has used and recommends. Costco also offers Disneyland packages that are sometimes cheaper and sometimes bundled with Disney gift cards that can be used at the parks. Again, not sure if this applies to UK citizens. For a Disney-centric trip to California, here are some places you might want to hit.
This is what I wanted.
Griffith Park merry-go-round, currently closed, so don't go now.
It's like Big Thunder Mountain all over again.
El Capitan Theatre in Hollywood. Walt Disney Studios tour. I've never been. Have been to have to be a D23 member to purchase tickets, apparently. Walt Disney Family Museum in San Francisco. Lucasfilm with Yoda statue in San Francisco. Pixar Animated Studios in Emeryville. I could try to put you in touch with an employee to get you a tour, but I've never been myself. Fairyland in Oakland, supposedly inspiration for Disneyland. It is a very rinky-dink down at the Heels amusement park that I took my children to when they were very small. Sounds right up your street.
Oh, yeah, it does.
We love
I'd
stuff
be
like
taking
that.
a little vintage 2005 3.2 megapixel digicam to that. With the smallest out-of-date XD card I can possibly... I've got a 16 megabyte XD card. I'll take that. I'm going to get as few pictures on there as I can.
I've got a 2 megabyte one. Would you like it?
2 megabyte or gigabyte?
No, megabyte.
A 2 megabyte XD card. God, that is useless.
For film fans in general, the Universal Studios Hollywood Studio Tour is really quite good. Other studios also offer other tours, but this way you could visit the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and also the Academy Museum of Motion Pictures. Let me know if there are any specific questions I can answer, and thank you for that lovely shout out last week on Sunday.
That is...
Thanks,
would you mind copying and pasting and sending that to my
Yes, I
personal
would.
email address?
It is an absolute liberty.
That's a very thorough and comprehensive email, and
But that's
we
what
liked
we
it a
want.
lot.
It's done.
We liked it a lot.
That's what we want.
I'm sorry though that we haven't got around to any trip reports again today, but we did get another trip report today from Matt Frost. It came on Friday, sorry. So we've got 3 now in the bank, and when there's less news and less interesting stuff to talk about, and we can fit them in because we aren't doing a photo competition, we'll get round to these.
Speaking of which, we do have a winner.
Oh.
Do we? What's the crack with prizes, by the way?
We do have a tie though for second place, so Bonnie will have to cast.
I'm gonna go and pass you.
deciding
Well,
vote.
we don't have the lead. We don't have the
No, I've left the Lego in my wing. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I've left the Lego.
So the main
Cinderella
prize
castle.
is a small. I say small. Yay big.
Yay big.
Yay big.
For listeners, that's yay big.
That's yay big. Cinderella, Disney Castle, Lego Disney Castle. So it's not the big,
compact ones.
not the big one, the little Disney Castle. I'm going to go get the other prizes. It also includes a Disney picture frame and your frame being printed, your picture being printed.
Yes.
And I'm going to go and get the other presents now.
Presents.
What are we going to talk about,
Gifts.
Hugh?
Prizes. What are we going to talk about?
I don't know.
can announce the winner for one.
Yes.
Oh,
and,
okay. Yeah, let's do that.
And Bonnie is going to choose. She doesn't like the pressure of it. But
Too
so,
much.
in first place, should we do first place first?
No, make Bonnie suffer for a minute.
Yeah, Bonnie, come and choose one of these pictures.
So Bonnie is now getting up and walking towards us.
So-
She's going to look on Hugh's phone in a second to look at some pictures. Hey Bonnie, how you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
The Disneyland Paris Show, Facebook. Scroll down. There we go.
Down.
Here
So-
we go.
So first place was this one, Bonnie.
Oh.
And joint second in this poll is this one. And this one.
Okay.
So which do you like the most? So we've got this one. And we've got this one.
1 or 2?
Which do you like the most?
This one or this one?
You don't have to think about it too much. Like, what do you prefer? That one? Okie doke.
So, it sounded like an optician appointment there for a second.
And before, after, or about the same. And before,
Better?
Goodbye.
after, or about the same. About the same, yeah. I hate saying that. About the same,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
About
about
the
the
same.
same.
Or, yeah, just slightly better.
I don't know, because my eyes are feeling quite strained right now.
So, in third place.
In third place,
Third place
I've got no drum roll. Hang on.
is Peking Castle.
Hooray!
Is this the prize for
This
that?
is for third place.
For third
Right,
place.
so you will be taking home, or will be.
Bonnie, sit. You can tell
we
us
will
on the
be
microphone. Tell everybody
sending
what they've
you-
won.
There's
It's a big chocolate
a
coin.
Pirates of the Caribbean chocolate coin, and it's massive.
It's huge.
Massive.
And
You eat your dinner off it. It's not that big.
okay. I'm afraid I don't quite know what this is.
Phantom Manor Mints.
Pirates of the
Pirates of the
Caribbean.
Caribbean. Mints.
Yeah, mince, mont.
And
So that's in a little
Tin of
Pirates of the
mince.
Caribbean tin.
a small world magnet.
And
Small
a very
magnet.
nice small world magnet.
That is
yeah.
lovely. Let's get that right up to the camera.
It's a beauty. It's a beauty.
So this is third place.
Would you look at that? And third place is which again?
Peking Castle.
Peking Castle.
Well, let's name check the people as well. Of course.
Of course.
So, Peking Castle was submitted by. Oh, I've got to go back to the
Original
other-
post.
Oh dear, oh dear,
One moment, please. The call is important
Here
to
we
us.
oh dear.
And then you've got to wade through 100 and...
Yeah, and make sure it's switched to all comments, not just top comments. Oh dear, what a mess.
We've never have been very organised in these kind of things, have
We
we?
could have just written all this out
I
like
think that's
like
why
normal
they're here,
people.
you know. I think
Yeah.
if we were slick and polished, they won't be with us.
Millennium Falcon, we may not look like much, but we've got it where it counts.
Come for the knees, we stay for the chaos.
Peking Castle is from Charlotte.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Charlotte.
And congratulations.
It says the iconic castle, view from near Pirate Galleon in Adventureland. It's a
Very
very
nice.
popular picture. Well done.
Second place.
Second
prizes.
place is Goofy Hug.
Yay! I
Gosh.
didn't know. I didn't.
Tall old Goofy picking up
Each child.
a fan and giving him a great big put. So this is submitted by Vicky. This is my favourite ever DLP pick. We love Goofy and that cuddle was epic, says Vicky. Vicky wins. What have we got here,
Your
Bonnie?
prize is, first of all, this hat.
It's a hat.
This hat.
Where's
So-
it from?
It's a Big Thunder Mountain.
Big Thunder Mountain baseball hat cap. And that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Adjustable at the back.
Oh man, Ollie is going to be so jealous. Do you
And-
know it's his birthday on Wednesday, and all he wants for his birthday is a bell.
Oh no.
Oh,
Speaking of which,
a Hollywood Tower. The Hollywood Tower of Terror.
Terror. Come on, you can do
Terror. Bell.
it. Yeah, like a hotel receptionist bell.
Very nice.
And
Sing it.
I think
Does
it's
it
got
ding?
string around it. I
it,
don't think
it's
it'll-
got a thing.
Okay, it's got sponge in
It
it.
doesn't currently.
It hasn't even been dinged.
Never dinged.
And a Phantom Manor notebook, which I believe
Glow in the dark.
Do we
Glow
think
in
it's
the
glow in the dark?
I don't know.
Is
I
that
think we tested it.
Is that a
didn't we?
guarantee?
It looks like
It
is.
looks like it because it.
We tested it
Oh
in the
yeah,
hotel
that's glow in the
bathroom.
dark. You can tell from the touch of it.
Oh yes, it
It's
is. It
definitely
is.
glow in the
Yeah,
dark.
yeah. Oh, something about
And-
glow in the dark. I just love it.
Me too.
I love it.
That's it. There's 3 things each.
So the winner, by quite a margin, is John, who sends in our T for 3 teacup picture. It's his mother and twin daughters on the teacups. Wide angle, zooming background, slightly distorted, adding to the madcap nature of the picture. Twin girls laughing their heads off, having a great time. His mother looking slightly panicked, gripping onto the central spinning disc for dear life.
And I do love the reflection of her face in the disc as well. That's one of my
Yes.
favourite things about that picture.
And when the competition started, as soon as I saw this, I thought, that's my favourite. I hope it wins. But what do they win?
They win a Lego castle.
A Lego
castle.
castle. We don't
A
have
Lego
the time,
castle
do
that
we?
we don't currently have with us. A candle holder, and it's got the Disneyland.
Oh, we tested that when we
Castle on
first
it.
when we
Take
first
the
took
picture
it out,
off,
didn't we?
Chris, so we can see.
Which we actually currently own ourselves.
Yeah, we do. I love it.
Look, if
And
you shine a phone into it, does it work against the
Yeah,
wall?
we did this, didn't we, the other week?
Does it work?
Yeah.
Shine.
It does. It works beautifully.
So it's lovely with a candle in it.
This is what we could use for our backdrop. A
Yeah.
big projection.
And then
This actually might be something to think about.
this
quite
photo
cool.
frame.
That will have
With-
the winning picture in it.
Photo frame, and you
Mickey
know what?
Mouse.
Luckily, your photograph is landscape because it's a landscape photograph. I was slightly nervous that a portrait one would win, and you'd have to just put something else inside it. But we can actually put your picture in there, and then you can take it out if you want. Put something else in. It's up to you. But yeah, well done.
I'm going
And
to
thank you everybody for all of your contributions. It's
Thanks,
been so
Bonnie.
nice to look through people's pictures and things.
Thanks for helping us, Bonnie.
Yes, thank you, Bonnie.
Bonnie's
Well
got
done.
new jeans on. That's it. That's the end of the show.
Well, we've had a question whilst we've been doing all this, and I think it's worth just going into it very, very quickly before we leave. Hi, Nikki. Nikki says, "Hey guys, third time in DLP in March. Not been for 6 years now, and have an extra child to our family. Our little girl Luna has special needs. Do you know of any quiet areas where we can have a timeout?" Now, John has said, I think Lucy has a video on the YouTube channel of secret spots in DLP. I would recommend that you watch that. Is there anything else that we can add to it?
Since I made that video, that's one of the first videos I made, so it's quite old. And since then, they've opened up the Cars Road Trip Road, which is generally very quiet.
Yeah.
And I believe has benches a couple of the ways up. And anyone who is up there is just walking past you, so that you don't tend to get congregation. It's quite leafy and open. So I was at that, and likewise in the studios.
Outside the theatres, out in the studio. Do you remember when we were all there together by Stitch? You managed to get yourself a bit of a bench there, and we all came and sat there, and that was during the big opening bits of Avengers Campus when you had to book times, and yet it was still relatively quiet.
Yeah,
around that
because it's
area.
quite open, so it means that
Yeah.
it's never really congregated. I also think, although this will change when the Alice show is back in the Cars Motors Action place, that round the back of Avengers Campus where the Super Diner is.
Oh yeah, it's not too bad around there.
It's
either,
not
is it?
too bad.
It's
I
quiet.
wouldn't say it's a silent chill out spot, but it's certainly less crowded than
What
other
about
places.
the main park?
Well,
Down by the well?
Andrew says there are definitely some quiet corners in Adventure Isle. Absolutely.
Yeah, loads.
Lots of walkways around there, and just quiet spots.
I didn't mention the main park because I think I did 10
Yeah,
in the
yeah, you did,
in the
yeah.
video. Those are just 2 that genuinely didn't exist last time we
Yeah.
did it. So yeah.
Louise says the playground is amazing for 10 minutes chill out time. The arcades are brilliant too. Playground, the Pocahontas one. Yeah. That's good for us to go and sit as well. Sometimes while Bonnie's playing in there. It's quite, it's all right around there, isn't it? In fact, that whole arm, there's certain arms up Frontierland and Adventureland that are just sort of dead ends, and they're quiet.
Yeah. Lovely. Right, what are we doing now, Chris and Hugh?
Well.
The winner says, woohoo, thanks for voting my photo first. Can we call ourselves award-winning photographers now? Yes, you can.
Yes, you can.
You actually can. That was John.
Oh, I think you should print them out a certificate at work. But, like, do it really grainy, like you would get in the old days as a well done. Do you know what I mean? The stripes of the printer across
With
it.
a rainbow shadow coming off the
Yeah.
title. We can't promise that. Yeah, award-winning.
Right.
Coming up in our after party now, the Extra Magic Time show over on Patreon, we're going to do a watch along of the first episode of Dream Factory, the Inside Out spin-off series on Disney Plus.
I've never seen this. Have you seen this?
I haven't watched it now.
Have you ever seen this?
Nope.
So you're going to get first reactions to this, and if you put it on your Disney Plus at the same time, we can watch it together and chat about it.
We'll do a countdown to get started. We did it for Christmas, didn't we? For Mickey's Christmas Carol, and it was really good fun and nice and a nice little chill out way to do.
Bonnie's
things.
jealous because she's got to go to bed.
Lucky.
What's it called? Dream
Factory.
Dream Factory.
Not Dream Productions?
Dream
Oh, no,
Productions,
yeah,
it's called
yeah.
Dream Productions.
Dream Productions.
That's how fresh it is. We don't even know what it's called.
Don't know.
Because we've never watched it.
So we need to get on that. So if you're a Patreon pal, you can hop over immediately. If you're not and you want to give us £3 a month, you can also hop over immediately if you click the link in the description below. I say give us, it all goes back to you because it's all about keeping the lights on, buying microphones and things. And all this is coming from Patreon money. So, you know, prizes, those kind of things. So it's just a big thank you. And then we do a little give you back by giving you an extra 20 minutes of us. Right, so shall I sign out, guys?
Oh yeah, I have to press buttons, don't I?
Yep, I've been Lucy, these have been the boys. Bye-bye.
See you all later. Thank you so much. I don't know what else to say now. I feel like I need to keep talking to you.
I just wave and smile and wave and smile.
Wave and smile. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
Can Bonnie stay up another 20 minutes or is that bad on a school day?